Hello, everybody, and welcome to Athletic Definition. My name is Coach Ray Z, and this is Mary Fitness Day 12 out of 31, even though today is the 13th. Today I have a guest, uh, which is a good buddy of mine. His name is Ty, and he's also the co-host of another podcast that I do on here. And it's actually coming up at 8 o'clock. It's called Drunks, and we talk about running and fitness and working out, basically. Just basically you encouraging you to earn your drinks. That way, you don't get out of shape. And, uh, we all know what could happen from there. So thank you for joining me today, Ty.
Hey, what's
How
up,
you,
Coach Ray? How you doing?
good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Just I'm excited to be on your. I've never been on Athletic Definition, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's cool. I like the studio. Looks nice.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. For the audience members, we always have a shrimp cocktails as well. And if you're vegan, we have vegan options for you down in the audience. So if you're listening in, because this is being simulcast on YouTube, Facebook, and also being streamed, and you want to join in the audience, get some shrimp cocktail, please, why don't you go to Fireside, click on it, and you can get access and join me in the audience. So what I do for this show is a kind of a just I started last year. I wanted to give tips to people to stay in shape, and at the same time, it kept me from being all like sad and depressed because it wasn't like typical Christmas because of the pandemic. And
Right.
this year, it's evolved to a little bit of everything. But one thing I added, it sort of evolved is horrible Christmas puns. So I figure I should start off with one, and it's a perfect segue as well. Have you started your Christmas shopping at all, Ty?
No.
No.
The wife and I are equally just very, very late on stuff like that. When it comes to Christmas or whatever it is, we do everything last minute. Like, so I'm not really worried about it because at the end of the day, I've never not came through with Christmas gifts, so I'm not too worried about it. How about yourself?
I started halfway, but I don't know if your wife could hear now, but I wanted to give you and all the other audience an option for either a husband or wife, the perfect gift this Christmas, even if they're billionaires. Do you
What's
do you
up?
know what that is? A broken drum.
A broken drum.
Yeah,
Do tell.
because you can't beat it. It's the best gift. So I didn't have my but yeah, I usually have it going, but I didn't want to move the whole laptop and all that. I was barely catching up on last time we on our show. We kind of talked a little bit about everything. We are talking about some good YouTube shows, and they came out with the latest 4.0 glitter bomb. I was just watching it where for the porch pirates that I like to steal the Christmas gift packages.
Oh, nice. Hey, I've seen a few
Yeah,
of those
so
videos. So what is this 4.0 version?
so he's been doing it for the last 4 years because someone stole his package from his house and he called the cops and they wouldn't do nothing. And he found out it's like 200 million packages per day get stolen. And basically, there's nothing that no one will do. I guess you can't really claim how much money it is. So it's just they get away with it. So he
Yeah,
uh,
petty theft kind of thing,
he
right? Where it's not really taken seriously.
it's evolved through the 4 years, but now it's like a box that you steal from someone's porch, and the mat that you steal it from is charging it. So the box is charged the whole time, and it has four cameras in there, four phones. So when you unlift the box, it's recording you, and then when you lift it, it shoots out fart spray, and then you hear Macaulay Culkin. Do you want some more, or do you give up, you filthy animals? He even had Macaulay Culkin on the show come out, like to do this fart spray. It was pretty cool.
No way.
Yeah, and then there's glitter bombs in there. And this year, I haven't finished it, but he added it so you get a second dose of glitter. So sometimes you get pulled over by the police and you're trying to explain why you have all this glitter on you because or the box starts making like a police scanner noise. I I, I look forward to it every year. I like watching people stealing get caught.
Oh, so he does this like a special every year for the past 4 years about
This guy's
like
a
all.
a major YouTuber. I just
Yeah,
recently found out
yeah.
he
I
left
know who he
NASA.
is. Yeah.
He left NASA to become a YouTuber.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen a couple of videos, but I didn't know he had this like annual thing where he just does this in December. He just gets a bunch of people for the month and tricks them.
yeah, so some people are like, that's kind of spiteful that you offer one package. He's like, but no, there's a lot of people that get their packages stolen, and now it's to him like engineering it every year to try and make it better, is like his whole thing. Which, if you've been listening to my show or working out at all, my whole thing is about every year making it better. You should be trying to optimize and revise and go back to the drawing board and see this worked and this didn't work, and how can we make it better. And since the show is about fitness, and I gave that great Christmas tip already about presents, if you didn't, you're going to have to listen to the replay here on Fireside. But Ty, I know you are a marathon runner. How many total have you done?
I've done 10 now. Or is
Nice.
that nine? Nine or 10? I for sure nine at the recount.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, since it is the end of the year basically, and a lot of people do New Year's resolutions, New Year, new me. Do you have that planned out? Do you have
I
any
was
goals?
That's funny you say that. I've actually been really good with a lot of what I wanted for myself for 2021 as well as 2020. I say for the past 2 years I've been the most consistent as far as working out and keeping the weight I wanted to be at for a long time. So like I pretty much on a regular, in the past 10 years, I think I regularly weighed like 230 pounds of 5'9", and now I'm at 190. My best was like 178, but it was just uncomfortable. It wasn't uncomfortable. It was just one of those things. I was 178 that week or something like that. I was at a comfortable 180, comfortable 185, pretty much the whole year. As you know, I had this whole house thing going on where I was at the hotel for a long time, and my knee hurted, so I didn't get to do my runs as much as I'd like to, which is almost every day. So with the elliptical, I have only managed to gain 10 pounds, and I'm back to running again. So I'm back at a 188. Anyway, that being said, I really happy with my what I've done as far as just keeping it off, because I don't want to say it's easy to lose because I weighed as much as 250, 255 at one point. Um, as a runner, as a drinker, as a chili cheese fry eater, all that. But there's certain balance that we talk about on the show. There's a certain balance that you have to have in your life to do everything you like, but still look and feel the way you want to look and feel. So, with that being said, I have small goals, but the more is just to sustain this and keep it going. Keep it going. It's not about losing 10 more pounds. It's about how do you feel? What more can you do? I want to implement more. I want to have more upper body strength, and I want to utilize free weights a lot more this coming year. And a lot of cool things I want to talk to you about in 20 minutes on our show. But yeah, I've found a new love for the gym again because I'm an outdoors guy. In case you guys don't know, Ray knows this, but I love hiking. I love being outside. I think a treadmill is boring, but I found something in the gym this past week that made me say, hey, you know what? Yes, the gyms are important. And I had this membership I had for years, and I don't use it. I mean, it's there. I'm glad it's there. I went there last week, 3 times, I believe, and just to kind of change it up because I don't want to hurt my knee again. So I'm not trying to just like run die hard every day like I used to be, like I used to do. Excuse me. So yeah, with that being said, I just in 2022, yeah, I want to be the same person that I have become the last 2 years, and just like that guy 4.0 that shit. Just take it to the next level, elevate my own uh, greatness, and just be a better me, be better than I was tomorrow. I think that's what your show is all about, right? And I know what to do, and I'm looking forward to it. How about yourself?
Oh man, I have so many goals uh, for 2022, like physically, and then as well as just like personal, and then business wise, and everything that I want to do. So I wouldn't say that it's like I specifically go out and do it for New Year's, but I always tend to do that. Even like on some of my Instagram posts, I'll do like a mid year. I've done in the past, like it's June 1st. It's let's check in on those resolutions. What have we done that we said we were going to do? We're halfway through the year, so I like it as a good way to kind of check your progress. And if you didn't do what you plan to do and things happen life, then you can make an adjustment for the second half of the year and either finish off strong or start at the process of where you want it to be. That's what I like to do. I like to do like mid year, so I do it about and I think definitely doing more than one marathon. I've only ran one marathon this whole year, so
That's rare for you.
yeah,
Really
trying
rare.
to trying to hit 100 marathons. So that I'll have to pick that up. I definitely want to get back to competing in jujitsu and training on like a 3 to 4 times a week basis, and maybe in about a week or two or less, I will be announcing where you can actually come train with me in person, and I am going to be doing the knees over toes zero program for just basically knee recovery. I'm gonna try and do it 3 times a week. I don't know if I'll just do morning classes or that's what I got to figure out. But it's funny that a lot of people just they have that goal of wanting to be mobile and feel good. But every time I talk to people, they're always telling me about some little nagging injury that they're not dealing with. I tell them, oh, so and they, oh, my ankle or my Achilles or and this, and
Right.
then they start telling me about how they figured out enough where it spiraled and it's now pulling this or now it's hurting the hamstring and now the right leg is off because they were leaning too much to the left, but they won't actually do it. So I think certain maybe exercises that not even exercises like this shirt says no days off, and
I
uh,
didn't even catch that. That's
yeah,
cool.
if you're a parent like yourself, even on the days you're off, you're not off. You're like active.
No, it's
And
actually it's more work than my
yeah,
actual.
yeah. So I think that a lot of times people when they think, oh, I'm not working out, they don't consider like mobility work or stretching um, part of working out, which is what we need to get rid of those uh, nagging little injuries. Like if you know your ankle's hurting, maybe you should work on that for 5 minutes before you work out.
Bingo. That's exactly what I was wanted to talk to you about on the next show. Is that's exactly what I'm trying to utilize right now. But yeah, please go on.
Well, speaking of the next show, let's give everybody a preview because it's funny. Some people may have never seen you not drink. This is the first show that you've been on Fireside that you're not drinking, and that is because we have a beer review show called Drunks,
Yeah.
and I will be reviewing the Samuel Adams Christmas one. I knew I wouldn't be drinking all six today, so I started like yesterday here and there. I'm gonna
Okay.
say, yeah, I'll wait. I'll give it as a teaser cliffhanger. Tune in to find out my opinion on. There's six different beers in there, so I have a review on pretty much all of them.
So you okay? There's a 12 pack and there's two each, and
Yeah,
you drink
exactly.
six already.
I did,
You
and
tried all of
then
them.
I tried all of them, and then a couple. I'm like, let me make sure. Let me try it the next day. I purposely didn't want to do it all at the same time.
Got you. Were you able to
Yeah,
taste each one distinctly?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Oh, for the record, because I am the co-host of Drunks, and I ran, and we do drink. I do have my space dust right here, right now. This is
okay.
my first beer,
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Don't get
Well,
it
there
twisted,
it
people.
is.
Hey,
There it
we
is.
earn our beer.
Yeah, I think I did jujitsu yesterday, and then I was watching the football game, and I probably had one too many space dust. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yesterday
yeah, yeah. I could
I
feel
love
like
space dust. I
a
feel
little
great in the morning.
dehydrated, a little
You did
dehydrated.
really
Yeah, so I've been drinking water all day, and I didn't even drink coffee on purpose because trying to not add to the dehydration.
for sure. Are
But
you a regular coffee drinker? I don't know that about you.
oh yeah, I love coffee. I
Yeah.
love coffee. Yeah. But through the years, I kind of acquired and taught myself to drink it black, or I'll put a splash of maybe half and half, but no sugar.
Just because you don't want the extra anything, the carbs
Yeah,
and the
I mean it adds, especially if you're like doing it every day, and especially no knock against Starbucks if you guys want to work out something with me. But some of those drinks, I would always go, let me have a black iced coffee. And they're like, you don't want nothing on it? Nope. Are you sure? And then they got to know me, uh, and then, for the holidays, there's always more sugary drinks. I will, splurge and I drink my coffee at home, but to save money now, because it could be also a habit, like an expensive habit. But I have a coffee maker. I drink my own coffee, but I think I've had one pumpkin latte this whole year.
Okay.
Yeah, just
One
to
more than me.
okay, yeah, just to kind of have it, but I don't believe, like you were saying, you shouldn't not treat yourself. You shouldn't. Life is short. If you want to have chili cheese dogs and fries with your kids on a day, enjoy it. But that really just depends on if you have you know goals as far as like a personal goal, like a competition for powerlifting, for running. You may not want to do that burger, but at the same time, uh, if you just trying to have a nice life, enjoy yourself, stay fit, look good in your clothes, look good naked, all that stuff, then it's like
No
you
joke. All
can't.
that's important.
All that's important, and you want to just. It's more about just eating right almost all the time. If you talk about no days off, which I don't agree with it. At least it should vary. You could work out technically every day, but some of it has to vary for sure on intensity. And I would recommend like doing mobility or even when you go play with your kids, because I don't, a lot of people may not even mention that. I see the mom and dads out there pushing the strollers. Have you seen those people?
Oh
Man,
yeah.
one guy, he must be out there every day. I seen him probably put in at least 10 miles, and he's got like two kids in the front. So that's always impressive, and I love that. That's pretty much why I'm here. And you know, I don't really see any other fitness show that kind of covers drinking at all. Uh, and it's something, and they'll do like a show about it, But that's the reality. It's like people are trying to live a balanced life and not talking about alcohol or making it seem like people don't drink. It's not realistic. It's about balance. And I feel that's what our show Drunks is about. Just trying to give that perspective.
Yeah, I know when we created it, we knew and we know that there's several of us out there that we know personally, and there has to be more people like us. There's not one person finishing a marathon that didn't have a beer, that I see that or not looking forward to one or didn't grab one at mile 20, on and on. And I wouldn't be surprised if those same people are drinking beers in the beginning before the marathon like we do, And
Well,
it is about balance. It's about it's a love of for the love of being fit, being healthy, and enjoying your beer. And at the same time, when you do that, you could literally you don't have to eat um, squash every day, and you don't have to have like a zucchini spaghetti. You could eat a decent meal. If you're working out 4 or 5 times a week, is that too much? I don't know, maybe three to 5 times a week.
yeah,
You're good. I mean,
yeah,
you're really
yeah.
good. I found that with the 2 years I was talking about with sustaining my weight, I haven't been really strict with food wise. I'm not a terrible eater, but I'm not a good eater either. I do eat a lot of ribeyes, which is kind of cool. I kind of skip the baked potato now, just because
But
I know I need to
you, you
run.
you did keto at one point too, so that kind of takes a self discipline of watching what you eat.
I did. I liked keto. It was cool, but I like what I'm doing now. I do intermittent fasting on my work days, and I call it a 420, not like this, but just a 420, 4 hours on, 20 hours off. So on my work
uh,
shift, I start at 5 a.m. I do my first snack right when I get there. I'll have lunch at 8 something, whatever, and by 9 o'clock, I'm done eating till the next day. I do that on my work shift. The intermittent fasting, that 420 alone, allows me to have breakfast with my wife on my days off, have lunch, go to Chuck E. Cheese with the kids. Just that alone, and of course with the workout. Because if that without the working out, I would slowly um, gain weight. So, but that's really helped me a lot. Intermittent fasting, I think, is valuable and important. super important. Have we talked about intermittent fasting enough?
No, no,
And
and
are you a believer in it, or have you tried it yourself?
no, I am a believer in it. I
Mm.
realized as I got older, I was doing intermittent fasting before I knew what it was. That's just how my stomach always worked. And my mom would always, in a loving way, not trying to hurt me, be like, "Eat breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day." And I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to take it. It's like you're gonna go play, you're gonna go do that, and I just kind of knew that that's not the way my system worked. And then as I got older and working out more, I started learning about different things. I'm like, oh, so I've been doing intermittent fasting like most of my life. I just didn't realize it. And the more I look into it, I know there's so many benefits. I would definitely want to have an expert on here to talk about that. And
For
it's
sure.
almost like the longer you do it, the more your body can recover, and it just that's why
Yeah.
they talk about you not eating before you go to bed. Most of your energy is being taken to breaking down that food and turning it into energy versus if you actually go rest, then you can actually rest and get that sleep. Because especially if you don't want to take any normal days off, then really need to be on point with your sleep and I'm going to say you're eating like what you're saying. That way you can go out and have those meals at the Chuck E. Cheese. Is that even
Hmm.
still open?
There is one open here, but we haven't been to one since the pandemic. Probably a bad example. We have a place called Michelangelo's out here we go to. It's kind of like that, but way better pizza. Oh, you remember the Michelangelo's that we had in our city? They have
Yeah.
one out here in Ontario. So
So
kind of like that same vibe.
yeah,
But
since you mentioned that, I think I saw in the news. For people listening in, this is like in Southern California. There's a place called Bullwinkles that they're bringing back.
mm,
I saw it on the news.
they're coming back. Yeah.
It's like they used to have and I love to take my daughter. She really wasn't too growing up into different sports, so I would always try and like, what can we do that's active but not like where she's not gonna want to do it. So I would take her hiking and miniature golfing. And at Bullwinkles, they had the indoor glow in the dark miniature golfing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we would do
Was
that.
it
That was
Bullwinkles you took her to, or was it Boomers at that point already?
boomers,
Boomers,
boomers.
huh?
What
Because
is
Bullwinkles, when we were kids, I used to go. I remember I used to go earlier when our buddy PJ Paul, he had birthday parties, and we lived out there, and we'd go all the way to Bullwinkles for his birthday party. I remember that from him.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
confusing it.
it's the OG. This is not Boomers. This is before, like when we were kids. They brought it
Okay,
back. Yeah, which is kind of
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And then there used to be one like off the 60 freeway, and I think that's the one that they used in the Karate Kid. I
No, that's in Downey. That's a golf and stuff, and it still is a golf and stuff.
No, it's gone. There was a golf place right there on the 60 freeway.
Is
It
it
was like
60? Are you saying
it's
that
not
the
there
one?
anymore.
No,
It's
the
not
one
there
in
anymore.
Downey is not the Karate Kid one.
Oh, I might have it confused with that one too. Then
Maybe because I've always thought that golf and stuff was the Karate Kid one.
I'm
So
gonna have
we
to
have to look
check.
into that because we're too big Karate Kid fans to mess this up. This is not good.
Yeah,
We should know this. I always
and
thought that one in Downey was, but it's definitely right there before the on the 605 right before the 710.
well, let me yell at my assistant here, Jamie. Look that up.
Come on, Jamie.
Yeah, here at Select Definition, we spare no expense. I have the highest budget editors, producers, researchers. That's all me, by the way.
Same over here at Drunks. We have the best technology over here. We have a Sharpie and a notepad.
Oh yeah. So how far did you get into actually like the percentages of the beer? Did you get that deep? I
My
started and then
my beer?
I like all the beers, like because there's quite a variety in here. There's even an IPA.
Oh, I didn't get that one.
Okay, which one did you
Yeah,
get? Which one will you be demonstrating for our
I
audience?
will be doing Mary Bear. Mary Bear by Victory. They do all the bear ones. Oh, it's my bad. Mary Monkey. I knew it had come out right. They do the Silver Monkey. They have all the Victory Brewing Company out of Pennsylvania. So
I
they
don't
have
think
a
I've seen that
Christmas
one.
one. They come out. Did you see that one? So they come out
Mm-mm.
with one every year, and a lot of people said it's special. It's a really good beer. It has cranberry notes that I'm kind of about, but I wanted to give it a try because I'm trying to expand my palate a little bit and see if I like these different tasting beers. It's not a IPA. It's actually a Belgium ale. So and it's a Belgium ale that's 10%. So
Oh wow.
Yeah, it should be interesting. The reviews on it are really good. It's got a strong 88.
Yeah, I was trying to look for like a lot of holiday special edition brews, and I went to a few places, and I'm like, finally, I'm like, I'm just gonna go with Samuel Adams because a lot of the beers they were just the regular beers, but just with the packaging, you know.
Exactly. I almost
And
picked
this
up
one actually
Stony.
had seasonal. Yeah, this one actually had like two seasonal special brews. So I'm like, I'm gonna get the Sam Adams to kind of
Okay, so the rest are just different names of the same.
they they got the original Sam Adams in there, which I had not had in a long, long time. Like I feel like years. So that was interesting to taste it again.
How did you
And
like it? Being the beer connoisseur you are now, how does it taste to you now in 2021?
bland, very bland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like back then there used to be like more the more expensive beer, and it was very bland tasting. It tastes kind of like a Bud Light, even though I haven't had a Bud Light in like probably 3 4
exactly.
years.
I'm slowly becoming a beer snob every day. The more I'm seeing it, like I don't even want to say that. That term is kind of whack, but yeah, these a lot of the beers that I used to like or used to enjoy are just like, no, there's not. It's not a good beer. It's just, the quality is not there. You don't, you know. So now that it's crazy that you say it. Sammy Adams. Sammy Adams is something I never really checked for. Kind of like the Sierra Nevada when we did that, like the pale ale. Trying it again, it's like nah. Even though like I developed a better taste for quality beer. Regular Adams is, excuse me, regular Sierra Nevada pale ales. Oh, it's okay. I'd rather have a torpedo. They still make good products, and I like what they stand for. And I almost got. They have a holiday. I forgot what it was called. They have a Sierra Nevada had one. Did you see it too? They had a
No,
holiday brew. Yeah, they had a sixer of that, and I almost got it, but I didn't get it just because we just reviewed them. So I was like, okay, let me try somebody new. So Victoria's, Pennsylvania. They've been around since 1995, I believe, and that's a long time for a craft brewery. You know, that's I only heard of them in like 2000s with all the monkey stuff. You know, it they're
I'm
super.
looking forward to seeing them. So for
Yeah.
those you tuning in and want to see it, we show the bottles and everything. So that'll be in what 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's
Our
right.
show. Yeah. Um, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to join Athletic Definition. This is Mary Fitness episode. What today's 12 out of 31. Even though today's the 13th, I took a day off yesterday, and
No days off.
one of the Noel days off. One of the makeup shows that I'll do because I will make it up is going to be talking more. I was going to talk a lot about like time off, but I decided I'll wait and I'll talk about the importance of taking time off and different things and options you can do like mobility. And might as well leave you with one more great Christmas pun here. Um, what did Adam say the day before Christmas? It's Christmas
Christmas.
Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. Yes. The other one was funny. Oh, you did that right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Because I had my bump here, but Fireside with
Yeah.
emojis.
The other one was good. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Ray, for having me. And Drunks is on right now. If you want to hear just some good conversation about running, fitness, and beer you never tried. I don't think we talked about it. Like you can be part of our show. You know, we tell you 2 weeks in advance what beer to get. Now that we have a video option, you can come on talk to us about the beer that we're trying together. We try it together. Talk about what you do for to stay fit. Your love of beer, your love of running, your love of whatever you do, and it's a fun show. And after we go to the green room and just chalk it up, you know, and shoot the shit. It's a fun time. So stay tuned. Drunks next.
Yes. So thank you everybody for joining Athletic Definition. And if you kind of like this, then please join us as I will be reviewing the Samuel Adams Christmas pack. And you said the monkey. What'd you
The
call it?
Merry Monkey.
The Merry Monkey.
10% Merry Monkey by Victory Brewing Company out of Pennsylvania.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining. Till tomorrow. I'm not sure who my guest will be. Maybe. Uh, my guest is in Hong Kong. The time zones, even I'm trying to work it out, but it's crazy.
Oh,
And
cool. Who's that?
she is a runner who I'm going to say up until 2 weeks ago, and this is the she wanted to make sure that she felt up to it. She's just finished chemo like 2 weeks ago. She's
Oh,
a
wow.
runner. she's an inspiration. So that's the type of people I'm trying to get on here. And sometimes it takes 3 months to like, hey, well, I'm busy this day and I'm not. So I'm like, well, maybe during the Christmas time, since I'm doing 31 days every day, it's easier to get people. Because if not, it's just on the days that I have my show. But
Yeah.
yeah. So next up is Drunks, and that one will be started right now. So please see us in that room. Thank you everybody for joining, and thank you, Ty.